this goes out to you. Start your engines, ignite the fires, flying or floating, or riding on tires. Keep posting your beats, keep posting your views. Everybody loves the RC News.
Hello everyone, I'm Bill with the RC Cinema. This is pretty much the debut video that was made exclusively for this channel. Thanks for joining me. What I've got here today is some of the basic camera gear that I use. Hopefully the weather will flare up and you'll get to see a lot more of the running vids and music type RC videos. I just wanted to go over and talk about some of the basic equipment. Okay, if you want to start shooting RC videos, a lot of people say, well, I haven't got nobody to film for me, so I got to use a tripod. There's nothing wrong with tripods, as you can see. These are some of my smaller ones that I use. This guy right here, it's a little bit beefier. It can go up to about 40 inches. I've used this in the past with the radar gun mounted on it for some of the old videos back on the old Swollen Throbber channel, and it works great for that. It's also a lot more stable than these, so if you have a larger camera like a digital SLR, these are fairly heavy. This will hold it better than this, and plus it gets you at an angle that's down low. Most people that complain about tripods have these things elevated to where they can just walk over there and look into them. Get down there on ground level with them, and this will carry the heavier ones. This will carry the lighter. These will carry a light camera, but they go out to 48, 50 inches. If I'm not mistaken, I seldom use them that way because they're very unstable, especially in wind. But these are great to have, and you can pick, I think these were at Walmart for $15. They telescope out. You twist them to lock them in. If it's a calm day, you can actually, use it for getting higher up, but I wouldn't recommend running one of my expensive cameras on it. This one is a lot beefier. Like I said, it'll go up to about 40 inches. It'll carry a much heavier camera than what these other two will, and I rely on these a lot, and as I start the better video series, you'll understand why. Okay, so on the cameras, everybody knows this guy, but this is not the HD Hero, unfortunately. I have yet, for whatever reason, to purchase one, and this is the standard definition one. They have a new LCD back and case that comes with these, to where you can actually, which gets rid of the biggest problem that was inherent in the Hero products, was being able to see what you're actually looking at without looking through this little tiny viewfinder. These are great for onboard shots. You can film your whole video with one of these things. I mean, the quality is just unreal. You've seen them on Mythbusters, and just about everyone's using them. If you're interested, go to the GoPro website and check out some of their videos that they use to advertise with. This is one of my older cameras that I've used in the past. I relied on it fairly heavily. It's a Canon FS 200. Does really good. The main reason why I originally purchased this was it has a mic jack. And if you're doing any kind of reviews or how-tos, I would highly recommend getting a camcorder with a mic jack. This does not record in HD. It does a really great job of SD, and you guys have seen several of my videos that have this very same camera. I just, after I've done my editing, I just processed it into HD. So it does a real good job, and fairly cheap. On the lower end of things for HD, and one of my favorite cameras, by the way, would be the Kodak Play Sports. Everybody's heard of these little guys, and the reason why I say Play Sports for doing bashing videos is these guys are waterproof. So if you have a little accident or whatever, you're not going to ruin your camera. And by in my mind, by sheer definition, waterproof means dustproof also. So, you know, you take one of these guys, mount it on top of one of these little short ones, one of these little short tripods here, and you can get up close and personal. You can go with your staged setup shots. You can set that wherever you need it. With this little cheap tripod and camera, both less than $140. HD for less than $140. This right here is just handy as a pocket on a shirt for getting those setup shots, which we'll go into in the how-to series and stage shots. And one of the other cameras that in the Kodak family is the ZI-8. I've used this a lot. I mean, this is one of my favorite cameras, I guess you would say, mostly because it is the exact same camera as inside the Play Sport as what's in the ZI-8. The ZI-8 is not waterproof, excuse me, or dustproof. What the ZI-8 does have though is a mic jack. So if you need to get out there and bash, need some good setup shots, a few stage shots, but yet you want to come in and review your kit later, guess what? You got a mic jack. $40 at Radio Shack, get a lapel mic like what I've got hidden in my shirt here, and you've got nearly studio quality, or well, as far as YouTube goes. Love this camera. I think I gave $159 for it. I think you can get it now for $139. I have seen the Play Sports. I've seen these at Best Buy for as low as $109. That's hard to beat. Waterproof camera that shoots in HD and does a good job of it for $109. Another thing I didn't know till I went to Best Buy was, wow, these things are actually remote controlled, and all three of these work off the same remote. So my little Traxxas Rally vid you seen here a while back on the RC News TV channel, I could start all my cameras at once and film with this little remote, $9.99 I think. So that's on the lower end of doing things. If you want to step up even higher, right now the camera that I'm using is a Canon Vixia HFM31. It's not a relatively new camera, it's new to me, so I'm still learning all the effects and how to use it and what lighting works well with it and whatnot. That would be my primary handheld or up on the big tripod, you know, to keep it safe, because I rely on it. It has the mic input and all of that. It won't be on one of these little guys, you know, halfway down the track somewhere, because, you know, you don't want to destroy your best camera. You know, if you break one of these guys, well, it's $120 to replace it, $109, whatever. The next step up would be this is a Nikon Coolpix P100. This one is kind of an intermediate step between a consumer and a digital SLR. It's not quite as good as the DSLRs, but it's much better than a point and shoot. This will shoot in 1080p, has a phenomenal zoom on it. I've seen a lot of videos and reviews where people talk about the photos may not be as crisp as whatever, but they're comparing, you know, $400 camera versus, you know, a $1,200 camera. So for the money for what it is, this will shoot in HD, 1080, 720, great zoom. It has a high-speed mode that I have yet to figure out. I haven't got to use this but just a few minutes, so I really can't tell you a whole lot about it. My main negative I would have on using something like this is audio, where, you know, for a review or something like that, where you're going to plug in your audio to actually use this. But in the field for the eRevo vid, that's on here. Some of that was shot with this, and some of it at very long range. And the video quality, to me, was perfectly great for what we do here on YouTube. The Canon Vixia, I forgot to mention, is also remote controlled, so I don't have to keep jumping up and down, and it's got the mic level indicator and all that. Like I said, it's also, it and this was the last two that I purchased. There's a couple more, but they're older. This is my primary gear, and two of the tall 60-inch tripods. You can mount the Canon up there, get those high shots. If you want to get down low, something cheap and reasonable, you can put, you know, between that triple jump or whatever. Perfect option right there. I don't recommend using camera phones simply because they don't have no way to mount them on a tripod, and these things are tough to film without a tripod. They do have anti-shake on them, but from my experience, you get a cleaner video with less artifacts with it on a tripod, and that turned off. It's a much cleaner video. Remember, waterproof to 3 meters. One of the other things I would like to mention, taking care of your gear. If you have you can go to Walmart for like 10 bucks, get you a pistol case that's got the foam in it. It's what I carry a lot of this stuff in. Take the foam, trim it out, fit the cameras, raise the bottom foam, put the chargers under there. You have everything in one little, you can carry it all easily. It's protected. You haven't got to worry about dropping it or it getting damaged. Anyway, that's pretty much the gear that I use and the gear that you'll be seeing on this channel. And I appreciate you guys stopping by. We'll see you next time. I'm Bill, and this is the RC Cinema.
Start your engines, ignite the fires, flying or floating